Yo, welcome back to another YouTube video, and today let's talk about Scottie Barnes. Now, as you all know, Scottie Barnes is my favorite player. He's basically my profile picture, and I feel like people now are starting to hate on Scottie because recently he's been having games where he's been inconsistent and his numbers fluctuate a lot. But you gotta be thinking about this. He's a young player, it's his second year in the league, and he just won the Rookie of the Year. And for most players in their second year, it takes a lot of growing pains to reach the peak they want to reach, okay? Jason Tatum is the guy I would like to compare because Jason Tatum, after the first year where he went to the Eastern Conference Finals, was top 3 in Rookie of the Year voting, ended up being so bad in his second year, okay? He was very inefficient, didn't show much on the defensive end, and you were just praying that first season he would build on that season in his third season. And guess what? He did. And now Jason Tatum is a top 5 MVP candidate. So I could show you multiple different videos where Scottie is being hated on. Recently I saw a couple shorts where one says Mobley is clear. You can watch it now.
Evan Mobley has been the best sophomore offensively last year.
I don't remember recalling that Mobley was better offensively than Scottie last year, when offensively Mobley does not do the same ball handling, the same passing, and the only thing you can say he's better at is defending. But carry on.
He is somebody that Drew, you're shaking your head. So who's the best sophomore second season?
You say Scottie, I'm laugh.
You're gonna laugh. Definitely makes so much sense because him winning the Rookie of the Year was just like a fluke, right? Come on, man. These guys, this guy gotta be trolling if he's saying that Scottie did not deserve to be in this conversation.
Scottie, though, man, he's got to be in that conversation.
He doesn't.
Defensively, he's like that.
No, he doesn't.
Scottie's not
the cap.
Look, I think this guy's just trolling because at the end of the day, they know if they ruffle the feathers of Toronto fans and they know how passionate we are with our players, they're gonna get clicks. So it makes sense. They're trying to ruffle feathers, but I know that is the stupidest take if he's not an honorable mention. Like, what?
Jaren Jackson or Mobley?
I like Mobley personally. He doesn't have the numbers that these other sophomores make because he's playing with Donovan Mitchell and Garland.
Look, man, this is pretty funny because he's literally saying the same thing you could say for Scottie Barnes because he plays with Pascal Siakam, he plays with Fred VanVleet, two players who dominate the ball every time they get the ball, and he has to play through players who want the ball a lot, OG Anunoby and Gary Trent. So guess what? He's the 5th option on his team. 5th option, okay? Now, you won't talk about that because you want to dig at Scottie as much as you can.
And that's facts.
And let's also talk about Mr. Evan Mobley. You said don't look at the stats. Well, when you look at his stats, he's shooting worse from 3 this year. Because, I don't know, maybe he just can't shoot the 3 because he shoots 21%. And he's only gone up slightly in points. So you saying you would take Evan Mobley over Jaren Jackson Jr., a guy who averages 3 blocks, he leads the Memphis Grizzlies as a team and a unit on the defensive end, and you would take Mobley. Just make it make sense. Please, I would love to understand your logic. Because you are the most biased person I've ever seen, okay? I'm willing to say Jaren Jackson Jr. is better than Scottie Barnes.
And that's facts.
Because guess what? Jaren Jackson was an all-star this year. Maybe next time when you make a short, think about what you're about to say because it makes no sense to make lies like that. Because all the shit you're saying can easily be debunked. And I just did. And I saw one where a Knicks fan was mad at Scottie Barnes for letting Grimes know that he is not him. It's friendly banter between two players and should not be taken that crazy.
Anybody that they are not him. Up to this point, he's made no significant improvements to his game, and some would say from his rookie season to his sophomore season, he's actually declined a little bit. And let me say, I don't think Scottie Barnes is a bad player at all, but he's just not the type of player to be pointing at anybody talking about you are not him. Like, bro, look in the mirror and realize that, Scottie, you are not him.
So yeah, recently this hate has been unwarranted in my opinion, because for a second year player to get this much hate this early, as a player who, coming in from the draft, what were they saying? Oh, Scottie can't shoot the ball. Scottie is just a good defender. Scottie's not going to be able to handle the ball. This was all said when we drafted him. He has a great first year where he shows he can shoot, he shows he can pass, he can do everything on the court. And now his haters are on full display all around whenever he plays. It's pretty sad, to be honest. Now, why am I making this video? Now, recently, Scottie just dropped a career high in assists, and he had a great game. He went for 22, 12, and 7 with 3 steals. Now, For me, I know Scottie can do this if he gets consistent, no injuries, and he keeps playing every game. He should be able to put up numbers like this if he's given the focal point of the offense. Now, this is where people who are saying that, oh, Scottie is not better than Franz or Josh Giddey or even Mobley in a sense, you gotta think about this. The Raptors have so many scoring options compared to Franz and Giddey, okay? Mobley is the only one where you can argue is better than Scottie. Otherwise, every other prospect is on a team where they are given the ball and they're let to do whatever they want. So yeah, Giddey, he plays with Shea, so he's the second scoring option on his team, and his team is always willing to let Giddey run the offense whenever he wants. Then you got Franz Wagner. Now, a lot of people are saying he's better, but in a way, you also have to look at the fact that Franz Wagner plays in Orlando. They're tanking, and his numbers are basically empty calories in a way, because he's really not competing for anything as a fact of this moment when you look at his numbers. And just like Giddey, the only player who you can argue is better than Franz on that team is Paulo, who's been very, very, very inconsistent with his shooting in terms of percentages. So, this game against Miami was a big game because this really showed how Scottie can be effective if he's given the opportunity, and it also showed that Miami is not the team that everyone thought they were, because right now they're also very close in terms of record with the Raptors, and the Raptors have been really bad this year compared to what we usually expect, which is a team that's top 3 or top 4 in the East, which this year they haven't been. So, was this a revenge game from Scottie? Well, I think it was in a sense, because all the haters recently who've been talking down on Scottie are saying, hey, he's not the player we thought he's going to be. Some people saying he's the next Draymond Green. I mean, like, you gotta give time to a player, okay? He's only 20 years old. He has many, many years left in him to keep growing as a player, and he's already putting up great numbers. And it's not like he took a big drop in numbers like Michael Carter-Williams, for example. Every year, Carter-Williams got worse. Scottie has not gone worse in his second year. He's putting up still similar numbers, and he's playing for the Raptors, who are a decent team. So all this BS I'm hearing where Scottie is not the clear-cut best rookie in the draft, you can say it, but at the end of the day, the only other rookie who puts up good numbers and plays similar defense to good defense is Evan Mobley. Everyone else is not on their level at the moment, because Cade Cunningham, injuries, you don't know what he's going to become. Jalen Green plays no defense whatsoever, and he plays calorie stats, as I told you, with Franz Wagner. And Giddey, you can say he puts up great numbers, but at the end of the day, he's the second option on the OKC Thunder, and you see what Shea did with the team as soon as he got it, and he's dropping 31 a game. So, in conclusion, Scottie should not be getting this much hate as an NBA player, because he's in his second year. You gotta give him time and let him develop into the player he's supposed to be. Now, as a person who's watched Scottie grow as a player from his first year to his second year, there's a lot more improvement in his game, and he's gonna keep growing, and these haters gotta stop, because it doesn't make sense. Scottie has never been mean or a player who's in the media talking trash on other teams. He's always a respectable, fun kid to watch play the game. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want to see more videos like this, just leave a like, sub to the channel, let me know what you want to see. And until then, I hope you have a blessed day. And peace.